In this video, I'm going to share with you the only way to actually grow an online coaching business. And it's probably not anything you've heard before from most of the other coaches or courses that you've taken. I've literally used this and I've applied it myself, my own coaching business, to make over 6 figures cash in the first like 2.5 months of starting my own online coaching business. I've actually applied this. I've helped my clients apply this too. And I've seen how much success somebody can achieve in such a short amount of time with this little mindset hack, if you will. So strap in, buckle up, let's get straight into it. Most coaches are simply playing not to lose. They're not playing to win. And there's a huge difference. And that's why most coaches are broke. They don't have a consistent marketing system to book calls in their calendar. They're relying on just sending cold DMs or just making organic content that gets no reach. And then 6 months later, they wonder why they're not making any money and they have to go look for a job as a setter or a closer or something else, right? And that's what I want to help you avoid. If you're watching my channel, I appreciate the support and I want to give back to you to help you never get into that situation. Most coaches don't have like an actual system to just pack the calendar whenever they want or whenever they need more calls. They're operating from a place of scarcity. And honestly, it makes sense. I totally get it because that's what they've been told, right? If you've probably been told, if you've gone through a coaching program or taken courses or whatever, that like you can actually get clients grow just through organic and sending messages, right? I mean, you can get to 5, 10, even 20K a month doing that. I've seen it and I've helped so many clients do it. And I've done it myself. To get from there to the next level, to 30, 50, to 100K a month, good luck, right? But most coaches, they're stuck in that place of scarcity because they don't know where their next paycheck's coming. They don't know where it's coming from, right? Because organic's so inconsistent, it's unpredictable. And it puts you in this lack mindset where you're doubting yourself. You're afraid to spend money. You're afraid to invest. But the key to actually grow a business is to reinvest literally everything. Like look at any company, like look around just at like outside or as you're going for a walk downtown. Every business around has invested a ton of startup capital into their business. They have a huge budget for marketing and advertising. Otherwise, nobody would even know about them, which is probably your problem right now too, right? Nobody just knows about you. And they don't expect, like they don't take profits for a couple of years. They just dump everything back into the business for it to actually grow. Because in a business, money is kind of like oxygen in the lungs of the business, right? So if you stop putting money into it, you stop reinvesting into it, then it's only going to have so much air to hang on to, and it's not going to breathe very well. Whereas if you just keep dumping money back into the business, keep reinvesting everything back into a system where you can turn $1 into 2, 4, 6, 8, or even 10, it's going to be hard not to achieve your goals. Like in my mind right now, I haven't done it yet because I've only been at it for a couple months and haven't really been focused on scaling, to be honest. I've just been so focused on the back end, but like, it's going to be very hard for me not to hit 100K a month. I know exactly what to do to get there. Like I have a system where I can just put $1 in and I think I'm getting like $8 out for every $1 I spend on ads right now. I would be an idiot to spend my money literally anywhere else because I have that system. And like some of my clients are getting even higher returns, which is incredible. Where most coaches go wrong is like, they just keep sending cold DMs to people. They keep making organic content that doesn't get any reach. And then they just spam everyone hoping that people are going to come to them and buy from them. Right. And then they wonder why they're stuck below 20K a month or the 10th month in a row. What are you doing? Do something different. Like you've got to change to change. What got you to that level is not going to get you to the next one, right? You need actual systems. You need a consistent way to literally just book as many calls as you want. And that's how you actually grow instead of just plateauing and maintaining. Because the way to grow and to break out of where you're at right now is by reinvesting into your business. That's what most people get wrong. If you actually want to build like a real business and scale it to 7 figures and above, like me, you got to do things differently. Those messages that you've been hearing are to get you from a total beginner. They're just sexy marketing messages on the front end. That's all they are, right? It's appealing. Oh, I don't have to put any cash into this. I don't have to reinvest. I can keep everything, right? It's like, yeah, that's great, but it's also going to keep you stuck. The way I view money and my business right now is like, I pay myself a brokey's salary to cover living expenses, my apartment, food, stuff like that, taking honeys out for dinner. But aside from that, everything else stays in the business. Everything else stays in the business. And like money at the end of the day is just kind of fake numbers on a screen. Like it literally doesn't do anything, especially if it's sitting there in your bank account. It is literally just losing value from inflation. My expenses are so minimal. It's like just software, and then I pay my team on like commission and a couple of retainers here and there, but like it's pretty small compared to like what we're bringing in right now. So every other dollar is just sitting in the business bank account. It's like worthless. Like, why is it there? Why don't I just reinvest that back into the business and turn that $1 into 8, and then turn that 8 into 64, and so on and so forth? Imagine if you started your coaching business and you said, I can pay myself $5K a month for the next 3 years, and every single dollar on top of that, I'm dumping it right back into my business, into ads. Imagine where you'd be at. If you haven't been reinvesting back in your business, like, what are you doing? You're hoarding it. And like, you got to think about your business like water, like a stream. If you put a dam there and like you hoard your cash and it just comes in and then it stays there, well, it's going to turn green and it's not going to be very good. If you open that up and it flows out, and then it comes and flows right back in, it's going to stay very fresh and clean and pure. And that serves as the foundation, the life of your business as well. Kind of subconsciously telling yourself like, oh, I need to protect this money because I don't believe in myself enough or my systems enough to make more than this back in the next 30 days. So obviously, if you have that belief subconsciously, and that's going to reflect in your business, that's probably why you're not getting the results that you want, because you have that belief. You might not even know it, but your actions are reflecting that. My challenge to you is like, get comfortable reinvesting back in the business. See it like a complete separate entity from you. It does not have anything to do with you. It's just this organism, this mechanism, this system that just see like how big you can get it, how much money you can just keep in there and just reinvest and just pump in it. Like, think about how big that sucker is going to be 2 to 3 years from now. I think nobody thinks about it this way, and it blows my mind. Nobody talks about this. Nobody teaches this, and it drives me crazy because everyone's so stuck in short-term thinking and they wonder why they're broke. You know, one last thing I'll say too is like, I was talking last week with one of my buddies who used to be a kind of CSM, COO role. So customer success manager and then chief operating officer of one of Alex Hormozi's portfolio companies, an online coaching business. They have over 22,000 students in there, and they're making, gosh, I don't even know, like millions and millions a month. What he was telling me, they're spending, at one point, they're spending $500,000 a day on ads. How do you think they got 22,000 students? They just reinvested everything. They dumped it all back in the business. That's how they got so big, right? Even Alex Hormozi, same thing. He talks about how ads got him insane success in his business too. He just dumped everything back in there. I'm gonna wrap things up here. Hopefully this was a good video. I know I kind of went really deep. Hopefully you guys like this. If you did, let me know down below in the comments. Appreciate it. Try to reply to everybody too. Or shoot me a message over on Instagram. If you're actually serious about your business, you want to reinvest back into it and build an actual machine that just prints cash and pumps out $1, $2, $4, $8 for every $1 you put in. Obviously, there's a lot of factors that go into it, like your niche, your offer, how good you are making content, there's a whole whack of things that go into it. But nonetheless, if you actually want to build a real system and a real business and go from like an operator working in your business, doing everything manually yourself, to an owner working on your business, putting the right systems in place, the right people in place, kind of remove yourself from the trenches. So if that's you, that sounds like you, and that's something you want to build, you're actually ready to kind of go all in, join a community of absolute savages, killers, where 20K months are a bad month, book me a call down below. Let's chat. So I'll leave you with that and end it here. I'll see you guys in the next video.